Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the North American Leadership Event. I got Leo Robles in here today, and I'm going to interview Leo on how to do agent attraction. Leo is killing it. So let me see. Is he up here on stage behind me? Where is Leo? Oh, is that Leo? I think he's coming up.
Yeah,
you there,
right
brother?
Here, right here, buddy. You hear me?
How's it going, man?
Good, my friend. Doing good, man. Blessed this morning. How about yourself?
Good. Come on up here. Walk to the front. There you go. Come on up here. Let me back up a little so we're not holding hands.
All right.
All right. So how's life treating you, man?
Everything's really well, man. Just taking action every day and meditating and just spending time outside a little bit. Just riding my bike and hiking, just connecting to nature, keeping my immune system strong.
Dude, I love it, and I love your avatar, man. You got some Converses on. You got the little beard thing going on. You're looking good, baby.
Thanks, brother. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, man. You all dressed up too.
It looks like, I know I never look like you. Actually look like that. So well, hey, today I wanted to ask you a little bit about what you're doing to build EXP. So let's start with your numbers. How many people have you personally sponsored now?
So I have 24 frontline and 225 in my organization.
Woo! Do you remember when you and I were talking and you had like 20 or 30 in your group?
Yeah.
And you'd sponsored 5 or 10. So now you've got 24 that you've sponsored. Phenomenal. You got to get that one more at 25 and unlock that 6th level.
I know.
You got over 220 in your group. How many?
225, and that's officially 225 now. And I have some brokerages that I'm working on, and that should boost me up to over 400. But officially, I'm at 225, and
I love it. So if you land some of these big brokerages, you have a chance to break 400 in the next few months.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I have one in particular of 200. I got another one, like a smaller one of 33. Another one of 18, another one of 15. So they're in the works, but they just have to work out, all of the different components, and it's a bigger transition, they're just an agent.
Beautiful. For those people who don't know you, Leo, what part of the country are you in?
I'm in the city of Anaheim, California. I've been out here for, Anaheim in particular, I've been for 2 years, but I've been in this area, Los Angeles, San Bernardino County, basically all my life. So
okay, so you're right there by Disneyland in Anaheim. I suppose literally, Disneyland is shut down right now, right?
It is shut down. I got a Disney. Me and my girl got a Disney pass, and we went out and we were really enjoying it. We would take our evenings and make it out there. But yeah, it's shut down right now. But I think they're talking about they're going to be opening up here in I think another month or so.
So you guys would literally in the evenings go there like on a date and just hang out because you have a pass.
Exactly.
That's crazy, man. I mean, from Sacramento, it's like this 400-mile ritualistic drive. The kids are screaming. By the time you get there, you're not even sure you want to be married anymore. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, literally here, man, I could walk down the street and get there.
Yeah, usually you're in a fight with your spouse and the kids are misbehaving. Everyone's exhausted. It's like an 8. Of course, my family, everyone's got to go pee every 100 miles. So it's like a 14-hour trip that should be done in 6. And like I said, it's pretty brutal. But for you live right there. It's just like going to the movies, huh?
Yeah, literally, man. Yeah, down the street here. And then we got the Angel Stadium down the street, the Honda Center. So it's a lot of things to do. And, we moved out here originally because I actually prior to EXP, I had a leadership position for Keller, and they invited me out here, and that's why I came out to Anaheim. But I built my business out in the Inland Empire, like San Bernardino and Riverside County before that.
So you moved to Anaheim for a leadership opportunity with Keller Williams.
Right.
That's pretty impressive that you would actually relocate from where you grew up to another city. It says a lot about you. You're a risk taker and you're looking for opportunity. That's kind of what I get out of that. Would that be a fair way to?
Yeah, that's definitely a fair assessment. And yeah, I mean, and on top of that, I mean, I have my girlfriend also had an opportunity to open up a spa, and it happened to be pretty close by, within about 15 minutes from Anaheim. And this was like a central location. So we were like, hey, you know what? Let's just move out there, and we can go still see our family in the Inland Empire, which is about 45 minutes away, and we'll be close to work. And yeah, we did it, and we really like it here. We're still here, and particular because we're also close to all the restaurants that we love. Because we're vegan. I've been vegan for 6 years, so I'm close to all the food that I love. So,
Now, vegan can sound really weird to those of you that aren't vegan. I am not vegan. I am pepperoni pizza.
yeah, no,
But-
you're good. You're good.
But Leo took me, I was down there and he took me to a vegan restaurant, which sounds like the most disgusting thing. I'm
Right.
like, I literally was shaking. I was so freaked out. And he gave me like this pizza and I'm eating. I'm like, this isn't vegan because that's made out of an aloe vera plant. And then I have French fries. I'm like, these French fries are the best French fries I've ever had. Those are carrots. And then I have like a hamburger with bread. And he goes, well, that's made out of turnips. And
Yeah.
everything was made out of vegetables. It was a trip. Oh, I had chicken. And it
Yeah,
was
you
like
did.
shredded chicken. And I'm like, this is amazing. What was that? What plant was
It was
tastes like
so-
shredded chicken?
Yeah, it was so some of it's made, a lot of the stuff is made from soy, like the mock meats, but that one I think was made from wheat, and they have a mixture like of peas and just a bunch of plants, like
I'm
mixed.
freaking people out. I'd be so freaked out if I was in the audience right now. I'm telling you, it tastes like chicken.
Yep.
It was so weird, but I would go back. I actually enjoyed the food. It was good. They had like 80 items to choose from.
Yep.
The menu's like 5 pages long.
Yeah,
You could never, yeah, it was pretty cool. So
absolutely, bro. Yeah, well, whenever we get to some sort of normality and everything opens up again, would love to have you back out
Oh,
here with us.
I told my wife, who's totally fit and gorgeous, and about it. She's all excited. She wants to go to your restaurant, Leo. So we are coming down, not for Disneyland, but to go to Leo's vegan restaurant. In fact, for those of you in LA, what's the name of that place, Leo? And what city is it in? And what's the name?
That one's in West Covina, and it's called One Veg World, actually.
One Veg, VEG World.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's it. One Veg World, West
I
Covina.
highly recommend it. I've been there. It's very good. Okay, we got to switch gears. Enough vegan stuff.
For
It's,
sure.
my one and only experience with being a vegan. So,
Yeah.
Leo, you got 24, over 220 in your organization. You're growing to 400. By the way, for those of you, kind of what you start the year with tends to be, once you get over 100, what you can make. Now, with that said, I started the year with none and I made 500,000 my first year. So I didn't have 500. I started from none and made 565,000. He has 200. So there's a good chance the next 12 months you can make about $400,000 or $500,000, no problem. I started from zero and made 565. So Leo, you can do this. And so, but when you get up, I have noticed when you get up to like 8 and 1,200, it tends to be you make about what your number is the following year, just on averages. So people make 800 to 1.2 million when you have 800 to 1,200 agents is what they make the following 12 months.
Right.
The reason I made a lot more, I started my, and I'm sharing this for a purpose, Leo, to inspire you and others.
Of course.
I started my second year with 835 agents and I made 1.5 million. So if I use what I just told you guys, 835, I should have only made 800. I made almost double. The reason is I unlocked all 7 levels within 8 months. I've never, ever not been paid on 7 levels. So what I earn is very high because I have 7 levels unlocked.
Mhm.
When I say, Leo, you should make 400,000 this year,
Yep.
easy minimum, that's just with unlocking 25. So, and because that's just how it is, 20 to 25, usually those are how those numbers pan out. If you get serious, and I know you're serious, so I don't mean to make that like a challenge.
No, it's
You
okay.
literally, from what you built, could go on to make 600 to $1 million in the next 12 months, no problem from rev share. That's why it's worth being serious. It's a heart attack. And Leo, how serious are you about doing this?
I'm all in, brother. I'm all in. I'm
know.
excited about it. Every single day I show up, I wake up out of bed. I got EXP insomnia, like I think a couple of people call it, because I'm truly passionate about, what this company is, what it's doing for other realtors, what it's doing in my life, what it's doing to everyone that I'm involved with. I got everybody's going to come to EXP for different purposes. Some people are going to love rev share. Some people are going to love the stock. Some people are going to love the health benefits. Some people are going to love the 100 classes a week. So it's so awesome to be able to create opportunities for other people. And that's one of my things. I get really, really interested in other people's worlds and what they're about and what they're really interested in, and make it all about that, right? And making an impact and making a difference, because when I get in conversation with people, it really is, I probably talk to them more than their current broker does, right? And that's like a big light bulb, in their head. They're like, wait a minute, I'm talking to this guy Leo. He's my friend. Yeah, I know him. But man, I'm talking to him more than I've ever talked to my broker. I'm like, yeah, this is kind of a no-brainer. Let me partner with this guy, right? And
so when you're talking to them, are you talking to them about coming to EXP? Are you talking about their business, about listings and buyers?
Yeah. So first step is just building rapport. So I don't talk about EXP in the initial conversation. I tell them like, hey, in the initial conversation, when I reach out to them, it could be the phone or it could be Instagram or Facebook. And I usually like to send out the voice message. So via Instagram and Facebook, you can send out a voice message. So I just send something like, hey, it's Leo. I just wanted to connect. I would love the opportunity to connect with you and share a little bit about what I have going on. And I would love to learn more about what you have going on. When do you have an opportunity to collaborate, via Zoom? And it's just a very, open, general type of invitation. And in that conversation, I do like a needs analysis. I kind of figure out, listen to what's important for them. If they're really focused on production, if they're focused on building their listing business or their buyer business, I give them some ideas, some tips, give them some books that they could read. And if I see an alignment also with someone in my group, I'm like, oh my God, you got to talk to my partner. And like, this guy can give you some more, some more tips on what to do to grow that. And then I asked them like, hey, are you open? Because I share my story afterwards. I'm like, well, okay, cool. Now that I heard you and what you're about, I tell them my story and what I've been able to do, in the past. And I also share with them that I, made a big shift, 24 months ago or 23 months ago. And I made a move to EXP, and I came over here because it made a lot of sense. And then they asked me like, oh, cool. Like, well, why did you decide to partner? I'm like, well, I could share a little bit more about it. I would love to, share with you a presentation, or if you wanted to jump on another Zoom call and I could, dive deeper into the model. So I leave it up to them, but I really make it an effort to connect, because if you just make it about the model and nothing else, it's just the conversation.
It's gonna be a tough road to hoe.
Oh yeah.
So I want to role play this with you. All right. You maybe met me at an open house, or maybe you met me at a real estate function, or maybe you saw me on Zillow or something, and I've got 48 reviews and most of them are 5-star. How would you approach your conversation with me?
What's going on, Brent? How you doing, man? It's Leo.
Leo, great. How do I know you?
We actually met at an open house. You happened to walk into one of my properties, and I just thought that you had great energy, man. So I just wanted to connect. I'm always looking for great people. How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome, man. Doing awesome. What company are you with, Leo?
I'm with EXP Real Estate, actually. What about yourself?
Well, I'm over here, Coldwell Banker. Been here like 20 years. Love it. Yeah. Pardon?
Over 20 years at Coldwell Banker. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I've actually I've been here at EXP for 2 years, and I've been in the industry 15 years. And I would love to learn a little bit more about what you are doing. I know that we just briefly met, but I'm all about relationships, and I would love to learn what it is that you're doing that's working for you. And I would also love to share some of the stuff that I'm doing that's really working at a high level for me as well. Would you be open to that?
Sure.
Okay, great. So does later today or tomorrow work for you? How's your calendar?
I'm free right now.
Okay, great. So it's 11:44. Can we jump on a Zoom here at 12:30? Does that work?
Sure, I'll jump on it at 12:30.
Okay, great. And I have your email here, Brent@BrentGove.com. Is that the correct email for you?
Sure.
All right, great. I'll send you over the calendar invite, and I'll see you here in about 35 minutes. Looking forward.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, great. Now fast forward, we're on the Zoom. I see Leo, he sees me. We're making eye contact. We have, body language going on. And how do you start this Zoom? Hey, Brent, what do you do?
Hey, Brent, thank you so much for your time. I truly appreciate it, man. And I know that you're busy out there making it happen. But I just wanted to start off by if you could just share a little bit more about yourself. Tell me about you and what you've been able to accomplish.
Well, I've been in real estate for, like I said, 20 years. I have a team I run with 18 agents. I have buyer specialists, listing specialists. I have a radio show, written a
Wow.
book. Yeah, so I spent 12 years at Remax, and I've been at Keller Williams for 8 years, and then I just moved over to Coldwell Banker. I forgot I told you to say Coldwell Banker 20 years.
Oh, wow, nice.
Yeah, so that's my what I'm
Very
doing.
cool, man. Very cool. Do you have a family, or is it just can you tell me a little bit more about? I mean, it's just want to learn, connect. Like I said, I'm all about
Yeah,
relationships.
I'm married. I got 5 kids. We just adopted 2 more, so I actually have 7 now. 5 that are mine biologically.
Oh,
And
nice.
picked up 2 more that needed a mom and a dad. So there's 7 of us. Got a big family and got my team and just super busy. Yeah.
That's amazing, man. Well, thank you so much for that. I mean, it sounds like you're up to a lot, and you have a big family, and you're a leader. So I could see why you're doing well. And what would you say is the one thing that you're focused on right now in your business? Like, what are your goals? Like, what is it that's most important for you?
Yeah. I want to get my company up to over 200 million a year in sales. I'm currently at 118. I personally want to do 100 listings this year and list and close on 100 properties. And then my team, of course, would love to see them do a couple hundred outside of me. And so, eventually like to get up over 300 sales a year. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Love it. Love doing this. Been doing it a while like you. So that's what I'm doing.
That's super awesome, man. I mean, well, that sounds like you must have a really solid team, right? Because if you're interested in doubling your business there, sounds like you have a lot of leverage built in what you're doing. And why is it that you decided to partner with Coldwell Banker?
They've been around 100 years. Everybody knows them. It's a good brand, solid brand. They're not incredible. I kind of do my own thing, but I like the brand. It's just a solid brand. People respect them.
I kind of figured that, man. So you just like their brand, and you've been there for some time. Okay, awesome, man. Well, I mean, I'll share with you a little bit more about myself. I've been in the business 16 years. I've started off with a small boutique in the beginning. I then partnered with Remax in 2008. I found myself a mentor. He taught me everything I know. Under his leadership, ended up selling 800 homes in 8 years under his leadership.
Wow, very good.
And then he passed away suddenly. Yeah, and then he passed away suddenly, and then I decided to then either open up an office or I kind of asked myself what's next, and I stumbled upon Keller Williams. I love the culture and the company, and I decided to partner with them. And I sold another 350 homes under that franchise. And last 6 months, I actually had a leadership position, and I loved the position. I really loved it because I was making a difference for other people, and it showed me a lot of the leadership qualities that I now have. And I loved it. I stumbled upon this company called EXP, and when I saw it, I knew that this was going to be the future of the industry and the future of my life. And I partnered with them here 23 months ago, and it's been the best experience of my 16 years here in real estate. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Very cool.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, are you open to learning a little bit more about it? I would love to get your opinion. Obviously, someone like yourself that is a leader, that is doing great things, that is building a big business, would you be open to at least learning about it and giving your opinion?
I mean, I'm really not. I love Coldwell Banker. I mean, I'm on a roll with what I'm doing, but you seem like a nice guy. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say I'm not open. I mean, of
Yeah,
course, I'll take a look at it. What do you mean open? What do you mean by
Yeah,
that?
just open to learning about it. I mean, I understand that everything you're doing right now is working, obviously, right? Everything, it sounds like you're building your business, you got your team, and nobody really thinks about, making any sort of moves, but I would love to just share it with you just so you can get a perspective what the company's all about. And then from there, if it makes sense for you, great. And if it doesn't, at least you can share it with one of your friends. And this is the fastest growing company in the nation. We're gaining about 70 agents every single day. And I believe that, for someone like like yourself specifically, this is a massive opportunity. And I'd love to get your opinion about it.
How would it be a big opportunity for me?
Well, let me share it with you. Would you be open for me to do a quick little presentation? Or would you like to watch a video? Because I could break down the specific reasons on why this is a massive opportunity for you specifically.
How long will it take?
It's going to take about 25 minutes, I would say, for me to go through the model.
25 minutes? I can write an offer and sell a home in 25 minutes.
I know, man. I know.
I'm kidding you, Leo. That's fine.
Yeah, 20.
I'm not going to have time today. I got to get going.
Okay.
But, maybe later this week or next.
Sure. Okay, cool. If it was later this week, what date would work best for you?
Probably Wednesday or Thursday.
Wednesday or Thursday. Okay, you know what? I looked at my calendar. It looks like Wednesday afternoon is open. Does that work for you in the afternoon time?
No, I'm busy in the afternoon.
Cool. What time are you open Thursday?
So Leo did the one thing, Leo. I'm going to stop you here. So yes. You always want to give two choices. I shut them down on purpose. I'm busy Thursday morning. So I could do Thursday afternoon or Wednesday afternoon or Thursday morning. I could do, and then when I say morning, then you want to say I could do 7 a.m. or 9:30 a.m. You always want to give two choices, in my opinion. So you kind of
step. Yeah, you're right. You're right. As soon as I said it, I was like, man, I think two choices. That's why I got slammed.
I know. You're awesome. Okay, so Thursday, I'm free. Would you say the morning was free for you?
Yeah, Thursday morning, that works for me. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. Yeah, Thursday morning will work for me.
Alrighty then. So I'll send you the invitation via.
What time are we doing this? I mean, we gotta have a time, right?
Not let's do a time. Let's do would 8 or 9 o'clock work for you? Give me your time. I know you're busy, man.
So I love choices. 8 or 9. Thank you, Leo. I'll take 9 a.m. I don't like to get up too early.
Can you do 9:02?
Sure I can. Sure I can.
All right, cool. Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
All right, so Leo's approach is totally different from mine, but effective. It's working. He's got hundreds of agents. He's going to build that up to over 1,200 agents. I would not be surprised, Leo, to see you have 1,200 a year from now. Would not be surprised.
That's the goal, bro. That's the goal. That's the goal, man.
Yep. Yeah. Which, if you're over 25, that should generate over $1 million a year income. So that is pretty awesome. Not that life's all about money, but if you're in business, you need to be in business to make a profit.
Yeah.
And the nice thing is at EXP, the only way you can get there is by loving, serving, and pouring into others, not at the expense of others, by the very nature of our model. So that is pretty awesome.
Exactly.
So what would you say to someone in the audience? Like, well, that's great, but Leo sold 800 years. He's got this cool story. His story is totally different than mine. You got authenticity is where you come from. Your story could be I'm brand new, and you got to have your story. Like I have a gentleman who has done real estate for years. He talks about his business partners, and he'll talk about Tom Daves was the #1 Keller Williams agent worldwide 7 times, and then Don Yoakum was the largest franchise owner for Keller Williams in the history of the company with over 33. These are my partners. I'd love for you to meet. And he has his story. You guys got to find a story for you.
Yeah,
you agree with that, Leo?
100%. Yeah, and it could be like even if you're newer, even if you don't have a long track record, you just, like you said, you have to create a story, and it doesn't. People are going to want to talk to you depending on your confidence level, and if they listen to you and they're like, why is this person so excited? And you could be in the business 2 years, but if you're sharing your story so enthusiastically and they get your authenticity. Even if you just start off and you just happen to be partnered with other amazing human beings, you want to incorporate those bits and pieces into your story. That way the person that you're speaking to also understands, okay, this is somebody that I want to talk to. Even if it's not your own story, but just sharing the stories of your partners. And it's basically going to be your upline. Like and really not like one of the things that we're in real estate, we're very entrepreneurial. We try to do everything on our own. I try to do that in the beginning too, to just try to do everything by myself. don't do that. I would say utilize your upline, utilize the people that are in the organization, like Brent. Brent's phenomenal at that. I mean, I get on the call with him or my sponsor, Rosie Rodriguez, or Rick Jiha. But it's the process, getting them inspired, interested, learning, like having them learn a little bit more. And if they say that, okay, cool, it sounds amazing, thank you so much for sharing, then I pass them along the line, like, and I'll say, all right, cool, you know what? I want you to meet my business partner, Rosie. And then I'm gonna continue to just connect them with someone else, because what we want to do when we transfer people to other people and get them exposed to other leadership is compress time frames. Like someone like, I just talked to, like you as an example, $118 million producer. You're somebody that's very stable. You're not going to make a move just by one conversation. Possibly, who knows? Possibly not. But you might want to talk to other people, and then before you know it, you've already talked to like 4 or 5 amazing human beings. You're like, oh my God, this is real. It's going to register in their brain that this is something that's a real opportunity.
Absolutely. I love it. So, by the way, while you were talking, and that's working with your upline's huge. I want everyone to get this book. I put it in the notes. It's called Now You Know by Ryan Chamberlain. Phenomenal. The first chapter will rock your world. And I don't want to give it away, but it is really, really good, and will help you sponsor people and make sales. It's all about probably the number one law violated by people that are in sales. And he dissects it like a surgeon and explains where you're probably blowing it, and it's keeping you from becoming great at sales. So that'd be another good one for sure. So
nice. Now you know. I wrote that down. Thank you so much.
Yeah, order it on Amazon today. I'm telling you, I read it this weekend. It rocked my world. It's so good. It's only 110 pages, not super long, but he talks about why people fail at sales, why they're okay at sales, why they're good, and then what makes the great ones great. Why does sometimes a man or a woman get in real estate with no experience and sell 50 homes their first year? What is it? Like Andrea Parker, her first year I hired her, she sold 59 homes her first year. That is not the norm. I didn't do that. Leo, maybe you did. How many homes did you sell your first year?
My first year, I think I only did like 11. And then I fell off the business because remember, I think I've shared my story before. This was 2006, right before the economic meltdown. So I sold like 11 homes, made $100,000. Then I bought a car, bought a house, and then the market crashed. I got out of the business for a year, and then I stepped back into it until 2008. And then that year, I did 40 transactions. Right.
But I guess like you, I did, 14 sales my first year. But she had a coach, me, and a system. Right?
Yeah.
But I have had many people join me and not sell 59 homes their first year. She's the only one in 20 years. Most people, if they do well, will sell 20, 30 homes, maybe 40 their first year. So 59 is exceptionally good. So with this book, Now You Know explains why you're not succeeding at a high level of agent attraction, getting listings, getting signed listing agreements, converting buyers at open houses. It actually dissects it. You'll go, I'm reading it going, oh my God, this is brilliant. This is completely right. And I became convicted. Now, a lot of the things I'll do naturally at this point in my life, but I don't want to give it away. Get the book, Now You Know. And he explains why, like I said, again, a man or woman can come into real estate and just kill it overnight.
Mm-hmm.
He explains why it's so good. And it's something all of you could do. You could immediately make the change. And I want you to read it in the book rather than me give the cat out of the bag.
Yeah.
And he does such a good job setting it up. And you'll be convicted going, oh my gosh, that's what I'm doing wrong. He talks about the 7 laws of sales. And this is just the first one. And it's like, bingo. People don't, so. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say this. Like, I would encourage everybody to be patient with this process and don't give up, because this is a life-changing opportunity that we have here at our fingertips. I mean, Brent is a prime example of what is possible, And what I did in the beginning, obviously, was like, oh my God, I wanted to be like Brent. I wanted to go and, make all the money he made in a year. But I was transitioning and doing what I was doing. Continue to stick with it. I continue to take action with what I've been doing. So I would say take massive action. Definitely be somebody that takes action, but be patient with it and get detached from it if you're not getting the results right away. Because I think that could be one of the things that you're like, oh my God, this other guy is doing it at a bigger scale. There must be something wrong with me. I definitely don't want you guys to think that. I mean, just come from a state of contribution and authenticity. Continue to take action every single day and have your vision pull you to where you need to be, but get detached from the time frames, because I know that I'm going to be at 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 agents one day, and it's none of my business how fast that's going to happen. I'm just going to continue to pour into people and continue to take action every day, and how it manifests, that's up to God. I don't know how it's going to work.
That's beautiful. Well, I remember when you had 20, now you got 200, and from here you're going to go to 2,000. And so, but I'm telling you, read that book, everybody. Order it on Amazon right now. Principle of Action, Principle of Now. Do it now. Order the book now.
Now you know it, Brent. Now you know it.
Now you know. Now you know. By Ryan Chamberlain. I typed it in the words there. I typed it in the chat box here. Now you know, by Ryan Chamberlain, like Wilt Chamberlain. All right, guys, we got to bounce. Leo, great guest today. Is also you the best. And we'll see everyone right here next Monday at 11:30 a.m. And I'm going to have some big announcements to make. So make sure you get as many guests here as you want. I'm spending the weekend with Dave Kennord and our new president of marketing, Courtney, doing some high-level stuff. And I can't wait to share with you what comes out of that on Monday morning at 11:30. So we'll see you then. And thank you, Leo, for being on today.